Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Summer Class Pass 2023, our virtual open house. We are so glad that you are here. We made it. It has been a labor of love through this entire process, so we are glad you're here. Those of you that are new, welcome. Those of you that have participated in Summer Class Pass before, we're happy that you're here. We're going to answer all of your questions. Make sure you like this video, and maybe I think you can share it, but definitely definitely say hello and where you're from, because that helps us obviously get the word out there further. Good evening, Karen. Hello, Cranston. Hi, Gracie. Good evening, Debbie. Hi, Paula in South Carolina. Hello, Diana. We're so excited, Diana, to show you guys all of the goodies. There is no, we've never done any of these projects in the store at all. There's one I think we might have done several years ago, but we were doing something else, and I decided that this would be a fun one to come back because a lot of people have never seen it. Hello, Birdie in Colorado. Marla up in the mountains. Hi, Dawn. Let's see. Hello, Janet. Good evening. Gloria. Hi, Colleen. Good evening. Barsha. Hi, Victoria. Good evening, Susan up in Oregon. Yes, new shirt, you guys. So here is my Summer Class Pass shirt. Thank you, Irene, for another fantastic shirt. I feel like I should be sipping a cocktail and going to some island in, my white shorts and ready to go. Hello, Cheryl over in Laughlin. Hello, Paula, you're traveling. You're in New Mexico. Hi, Kathy in Florida, Virginia and Tulare. So let's just dive in. We have a lot. We have 30 projects to go over with you. We're going to show you the website. We're going to explain it and how everything works. So Summer Class Pass is officially live. You can go online and purchase the Summer Class Pass. What that gets you, it is $149, and what that gets you is all 30 of the instructional class videos. Those videos are going to begin on the 26th of June, and every week, Monday through Friday, you'll get an email every morning. I don't have a time on that yet. We're setting them up as I'm editing all of the videos that we filmed as we made these samples. So you'll get it sometime in the morning, Monday through Friday, starting the 26th of June, and it all goes all the way, I believe, till August 4th, which is the first Friday in August. So for 6 weeks, you will get a video with the class. So the videos will have the instructions. Of course, I always share our tips and tricks with you. There are multiple things that we changed. One of the patterns that we did, I had to send a message to the designer and ask a couple of clarifications because the pattern was wrong. That is one thing about us. When we are teaching something, we are making everything. So if there is a correction, we're going to find it, and so that we can share those with you. We're also going to go through and show you just little tips and tricks. I was sewing last night, wrapping up some ties on a bag, and I got a little frustrated with one of them, and so I started kind of messing around, decided an easier way for me to do it, and those are the things that I am going to share with you. So Summer Class Pass is $149. That is less than $5 per class. These videos are yours indefinitely. So you will get a link to the video, and then you can go back and access those. All of the videos that we have ever done as a class, we always let you keep access to those, so they do not have an expiration date. Question that we got the other day was, do I have to keep up with the classes? Absolutely not. Now, I have people, and I'm going to use my friend Cheryl over in Laughlin as an example. The very first time she knew she wanted to do certain classes, and she either ended up making, through the summer and into the fall, she ended up either making all of the classes or she made almost all of them. So as she got the videos, she maybe got a little bit inspired, and I remember having a conversation with her, and she just kept making things. So that is going to be really fun. So I really suggest you get on and just get your Summer Class Pass purchased. Once again, somebody asked, well, I only want to take these many classes. Well, you get them all, and once again, you never know when you might want them. If you look at what an average class price is, which is really about $50 anymore. I was looking at what our average class prices were, and they were anywhere from about $40 to $75 per class. So when you look at those and you do 4 projects, you've more than paid for your summer class pass. The other really great part is that you can fast forward and rewind through all the videos. So if you're making something and then it's the weekend, you're going to go away for the weekend and you come back and you want to pick up where you left off, you can go right back to the video. Next year, you're making another one and you can't remember something, you go right back to that video and you get it. So $149, you get that on our website. It is under classes and it's a summer class pass, and that is a one-time sign up. So hopefully that has all the answers. I want to just give a shout out, and I'll say this again later. Once again, everybody behind the scenes worked so hard in cutting kits, ordering patterns, sewing, putting bindings on. There's always that last minute stuff. We finished one of the projects today, and it was just a minor, like little last minute details, like top stitching a handle and stuff like that. We've been filming as we go on these so that we were way ahead of everything, and it has been really fun. I've touched every single one of these projects as we've done them, and I'm thrilled with them. So if you have any questions, please ask them in here, because the girls are going to answer the questions that I am not going to be able to see on the iPad. So from there, what I want to do is we're going to take a look at my computer really quick. I just want to explain how we set up the website, all of the graphics that Marissa did, and how she set it up for you guys for the ease of use. So let's take a look at the computer for a quick second and go over that so you know how to find everything. All right, so with that being said, when you go to our website, you can go straight into the classes. And when you go here, Summer Class Pass is right there. You're just going to hit Summer Class Pass. You hit select the date and you just select it. Okay. It says 2 sessions. It's how our system puts it in. You just choose that and hit add to cart, and then you can check out. We do have people that buy these for other people. So if you're buying more than one, you can just add that on there, select the date, and then it'll ask you the name of the person. That way we know whose email address we need to get so that you guys get your email of everything there. When you scoot across the top to the online shop, you're going to see the very first tab is our Summer Class Pass 2023. When you click here, it is going to tell you the name of every class that we did. All right. So I'm going to give you an example here. We're going to go to Flip Flop. When you come in here, it's going to have the pattern. It's going to have the kit, and then the ruler that we suggest that will make it easier. So that's going to give you kind of an example. When you come over here, this is another one. It'll show you the pattern. It'll show you our kit. And this one uses 2 rulers. And so you guys, everything that you need for that class will show right there. So that'll give you just a quick look at the way our website is set up for you. Marissa did a really, really great job on there. I will tell you, in the next couple of weeks, we will be adding some little individual items in, meaning say there's a tote bag, we get a new fabric and we want to make a kit of that, we will do that. Now, we will be sending you an email, and your emails will actually come from a Summer Class Pass separate email. So anything that pertains to Summer Class Pass, if you use that email, we'll know exactly what you need, answer any questions. All of that information will be emailed out to you guys in about 10 days. All right. So it'll be on there. Also, on the 19th of the month is when Marissa will have uploaded all of the supply lists. Now, what I mean by that is it'll have the supply list. You guys are working from home, So you guys know your sewing machines, your rotary cutters, all of that stuff. What it is going to tell you is if there's any specific cutting or different things you might want to do. I might say, hey, don't cut until you watch the video so I can explain it, because sometimes when you guys get your boxes of all of your patterns that you purchase, all of your kits that you purchase, you might read a pattern and not be sure. So I will review all of the cutting instructions at the beginning of every video, but it'll tell you anything that you would want to do. It will also tell you, for example, go ahead and follow the cutting on page 3 of your pattern. So if you do that, when you get the video, you'll be able to jump right in to go to the sewing. We're going to be putting a schedule up. I'm going to show it to you here. And early next week, it'll be on our website, and it'll show you the breakdown of the classes. So every day is a different class. And so when you look at that, it'll tell you what project we're doing on what day. All right. So you guys can go there. And you guys can find that and you'll be set to go. Marissa, do you think I covered all of those basics there? So how to buy your summer class pass, how to find all of the products that we did. You guys will get emails throughout the 6 weeks from us that will go specifically to this group. These emails just don't go out to the public. It'll be specifically, it'll specifically pertain to Summer Class Pass. The email will be SCP 2023. We refer to Summer Class Pass as SCP and then the year at thimbletown.com. That email address will be active on Monday, so you guys will go there. In the meantime, we're going to go through all the samples with you, talk a little bit about that, and then you guys can look. As you guys are looking online, please feel free to ask questions. As a reminder, when I use a ruler, I like to make sure that we're using it for more than one thing. So one of our projects uses 2 rulers, and we've taken that ruler and used it on another area. Another thing with that being said is that we, another thing there is we, I totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, on the rulers. We then took it to another project there. So we're going to dive in. We are actually in 2 areas of the shop in order to get everything on camera for you guys. So we'll be working here. We're going to go back there. We'll answer questions. Don't forget to like and share, because Amy is going to draw and we're going to give away a summer class pass for 2023. Don't worry if you've already purchased it. If you happen to be the winner and you've purchased it, we'll give you back the credit to use in the store. So we're going to dive in and we're just going to kind of work ourselves around into the other room, and then we're going to come right back here because even my table has a lot of fun stuff. So we're going to go over here and we're going to start with a project that is called Curvaceous. So the Curvaceous Table Runner is a quilt as you go. It is a lot of fun and it is really, really simple. So what you're going to see here is you have a center point. We did this all using Kimberbell Halloween. And I'm going to look here. So the Curvaceous does have a kit available. So it is a pattern. Remember, when you go on the website, you'll see everything on it. So the kit includes everything. So it will have the backing and the binding. It has everything on there. And when you click the kit on the website, it'll give you a description of exactly what is included. So you have Curvaceous. We'll be working with a point. The fun part of this project is once you sew your last seam and you trim it, you're going to throw a binding on it and it is completely done. The pattern did some really fun gradation, black and white fabrics on there. So there is a whole lot of things that you can do with that. We also did the folded star table pot holder like a trivet. This is really fun because this is actually dimensional. We did not do kits for this, but what we did do is there is a pattern, and then there is also going to be a, and I promise the pattern is right here. There's a pattern, and then it has an interfacing in there, and then there is a refill interfacing, and the refill interfacing has 12 additional ones in there. The reason that I chose this project is this is a really cool pot holder or trivet for your table. These are great gifts. These are great when you do guild boutiques and things like that. But there is a project using this interfacing to actually turn these into a table runner and some other projects down the road that you can put it in. And I'm really excited about that. One thing I want to share with you, those of you that are new, we do have a private Facebook group called Tipsy Tuesday. We actually meet this upcoming Tuesday. We have another one called Mystery Monday, and we meet on the first and third Monday on that. That is machine embroidery focused. Now, we won't be going through the processes of making any of the projects. However, there are things that we are going to do with some of our projects that are going to, we're going to share other ideas that you can do in Tipsy Tuesday with it. Some of those ideas I've shared in the videos, and this is one of those projects. We are going to do more with this pattern than just this in the coming months, which is always fun for me. One thing also that I really wanted to do in this summer class pass was I wanted to push myself a little bit. I wanted to push my sewing skills and some things I've always wanted to try, maybe been a little bit intimidated with or things like that. I decided to do it. And one of those things was bag making. I was always intimidated. And once I learned and did some bags, learned some tips and tricks from Anne, I was able to really just jump into a bag pattern, find ways to create it, and do some other things. So this is called Boho Chic. This bag was so much fun to make. This was one of the last things I was working on last night, was working on these ties. So this bag uses fusible fleece, and it also uses Soft and Stable. You guys will find that on the website. The Soft and Stable we did in the 1 yard packages. Those of you that are going to do bags and some of the other smaller projects that we do that use Soft and Stable, get yourself a couple of those. This has a pieced outer pocket. It does not have to be pieced. We do have a kit that is in all of these really great neutrals. I did a whole lot of feather quilting on here to really work and bring the bag to life. It has this. Then you have another side here. Of course, then it has the inset zipper, pockets on the inside. So really fun. So that is the Boho Chic bag. I'm going to talk in a Mystery Monday about some embroidery that I'm doing on another one. So there will be, once again, lots and lots of things that you can do. Can they see the birthday cake, Marissa, currently in the picture? It's okay if they can't. It's right there. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to get over here. So this is the Flag Star pillow. And we did this as a pillow, and I asked about the birthday cake. Guys, we have samples everywhere. And I swear I counted them about 50 times a day to make sure we had all 30 where they needed to be. So this is the Flag Star pillow. This does not need to be a pillow. It can be a wall hanging if you would like it to be a wall hanging instead. There's another project that we'll get to in a few minutes that we did as a wall hanging or a table topper. This is the same concept. During this class, not only will I go through the piecing, the way they did this flying geese in here, but I will review the making the pillow back on here. And one of the things is I always like to show it. So this has a bright green zipper in it. Doesn't matter what zipper's in your sewing room when you want to make a pillow, because if you put a cover on it, nobody will ever know. So this is the Flag Star pillow. Once again, table topper, pillow, small wall hanging, and that is on there. There are kits on that and patterns. Almost everything that we have for this summer class pass has a kit. There is a couple things that do not have kits, like the folded star, because those are just really great scrap busters, and I know sometimes you guys like to use your stash there. I'm going to move down here. This is really, really a fun project. So this is called the Simple Sack. I have these all memorized, but I lose it a little bit there. So this is a Simple Sack. This is for going to farmers market or the grocery store. As you can see, we have it loaded up with all of our groceries in here. What I loved about this was two things. Number one, super easy to make, but it has some really great ideas. When we go to the grocery store and they have the plastic bag holder where you pull the bag and it's got the arms that stick out, this bag has the holder. So when you go to the grocery store, this is actually the dimension of a plastic bag holder. And then the one where you would peel off the bag is there. So you can put that right on the grocery store's bag holder and bag your groceries right there. So that is a really fun one. So Simple Sack, it is a pattern. There is not kits for this because once again, this is a great scrap buster. So this is something that you'll want to make several of. Once again, a great gift and things like that. So Simple Sack for that. This, I always, when I learned something new, because I never learned how to sew garments. So when I had to make a dart for this project, I was telling everybody I had to learn how to make a dart, and I didn't understand. I mean, I understood why you make darts, but actually putting it into use was great. So this is called the gym bag, not going to the gym, GEM. So the gym bag. This is sewn on an interfacing. So all of these angles are sewn on an interfacing. You really have a lot of creative license when you work on this bag to add all of this in. We used a jelly roll for this bag. And if you look, my bag is only on the half. It takes a half of a jelly roll and then your lining fabric to make this. So if you get the jelly roll here to make the bag, if you get the kit, it's going to have the lining in it, the stuff for the handles, and then obviously this. You could add another lining and then you could use the other side of it, or you can even make this brighter. So the gym bag is from Plum Easy Designs. I'm going to talk about putting rivets in. We're going to do darts. I quilted this bag up. So this is really fun. Yes.
Show how often the inside. I'm where you don't think it is, but just the giant opening.
So the giant opening. In the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to add pockets into the inside of this. So there are no pockets in the pattern. So I am going to show you how to put pockets in this when we do it. When I showed Jeremy this bag, he told me to put the dog in and bring her to work with me. So I said, I guess I could cut a little head out for Gianna's, a hole out for Gianna's head. But this is really a great bag. I don't carry bags, but after making bags over the last 2 years, I'm really finding things that are functional and not. But what's interesting is everybody likes something different about a bag. So this bag is lightweight and it is quilted. We do long arm quilting here, and we don't just quilt quilts. I quilted all of the fabric for Boho Chic. I quilted all of this and then assembled it, even on my side pieces. So if you have any of these projects you're doing and you want something more than you could do, you want something more than straight line quilting, you can send it in to us to long arm it for you. And we will make sure that summer class pass stuff has full priority. So that is the gym bag. Once again, this is a bag that I'm going to show you additional things that are not in the pattern. When you purchase the gym bag, it is going to come with the pattern and one interfacing piece in there. So the interfacing piece is really big. It is super, super easy to make and fun to make. And once again, a lot of creative license. You can also purchase, which is in that tab on the website, you can purchase a pack of refills. You get 3 of them in there. Because if you want to make this, which it originally started out as an art wall hanging, so it was just an art piece, and then the designer turned it into a bag. So you can get the refill interfacings to make more than one. So once again, when you buy the kit, I used half of the jelly roll. You still have a whole other half here that you can use for that. So that is the gym bag. All right. So we have that. So we got that. let's do our first quilt. So the quilt behind me is called Flip Flop. Really, really fun to do. I am a person that likes to have every ruler out there. So if I can do something that is going to make it easier, I will. This uses an 8.5-inch square. And the reason I like that 8.5-inch square is because then I don't have to take my larger square, make sure I do everything right. I can set that square on there and get going. So this is actually made with one layer cake and one jelly roll is what we did here. So a set of 10-inch squares and a set of 2.5-inch strips. This is a really fun angle to do. It's super simple. Then it doesn't matter which way the angle goes, how that angle goes, because we're going to take our 8.5-inch ruler and we're going to square this perfect, and then we're going to add our sashings. So this is a great project. I love the way the colors came out in here. There's lights, there's darks, there's purples, there's browns. So great gift, fun quilt to make. And this is one of those projects that you can make in a couple of afternoons. You can make it over a weekend. There's no borders on it. So you make it, throw your rows together, send it out for long arming, and then add a binding, and it's all done. So that is called Flip Flop. We're doing 2 aprons this year. This is it. The book is that we're using on this is called Retro Aprons, or More Retro Aprons. I'm sorry? More Retro Aprons. And I have it here somewhere. I just didn't get it right here. Oh, the book is out front with the other apron. So these aprons don't have names. So on our website, I think on our long and short. Oh, I think so. We called it the long apron and the half apron. Okay. So the long one has 3 ruffles. We're going to be adding rickrack to this. This one has embroidery on it. You will like how that ties in the back. So you will learn that. And this apron is also lined. All right. So we are going to show you another apron out there. We're calling it either the half or the short apron. And we'll go through the making of both of those. More Retro Aprons is going to be the book there. All right. So moving on over here is we're going to get into some table runners. One of the things that we wanted to do was give a variety. We do listen to the things that you guys ask for. People want bags. People want quilts. People want smaller projects. They want like the flag pillow. They want those small things they can make quick. They can decorate their house if they want to do them as gifts and things like that. So we have a huge variety of table runners and techniques. So you saw the first technique that we did on curvaceous. And when you see how that goes together, if anybody says that they are afraid of curves, when I get done with you on Summer Class Pass, you're going to want to sew curves all the time, because everything that we did are very easy to sew curves, and they're also very forgiving. All right. So I'm going to show you this really fun table runner called Peekaboo. This is also a quilt as you go. It is a smaller runner, so it would fit on a sofa table. It'd fit on a dresser. I am going to talk in the video about how to add an additional border to this, and also how to make it longer. So I'm going to take a step further than what the designer did. This is completely quilted as you go, and it has the cathedral windows. It was a really fun technique. It takes about 30 minutes per half section to sew. So once you do your cutting and your pressing and you get it going, you are all done. Now on the pattern, it showed bright and very scrappy and a whole lot. We did this with a really beautiful batik from Timeless Treasure, and then a batik from Batik Textiles to really highlight the chain going through the middle, and then the peekaboo, the cathedral window in there. So that is called the Peekaboo Table Runner. Up here at the top is called Posy Pops. Posy Pops. This is a really fun project that uses fat quarters. You're going to use your leftovers from cutting out your focus fabric, and from there you are going to make a scrappy binding and a background. So we are doing some half snowballs in here. We're doing some other things with rectangles. Just did some quick curvy quilting on it to be really fun. This could be done in such a variety of fabrics. So we chose our kit to be a little bit on the softer side and just very springy and very happy. So Posy Pop's Table Runner, followed by Grease Lightning. This we did using a Kimberbell Christmas line, and it is interesting how this goes together. We're going to make some strip sets. They're going to be offset. We have some that go one way. We have some that go another way. We're going to take a template and we're going to flip it around, and we're going to end up with these pieces to get all of these fun angles with no hassle at all. And then I had to read it like 5 times. The way we get this point, because we're adding this, the way you fold this and get that point, I thought was very clever. So Grease Lightning, we did ours a little bit themed. They can be very scrappy. So it uses 2.5-inch strips. We used, I believe, 3 different fabrics plus an accent and a border. It actually does have a border on it, which is our end pieces here. So this is something that you can make out of fall fabrics. You can make this obviously seasonal if you want Valentine's or Halloween or Christmas. So our kit for this one, for Grease Lightning, is all done in Christmas. Once again, when you click on the kit, because I don't have them all memorized, when you click on the kit on the website, it is going to tell you what is included in the kit. Some of them have backing, some of them don't. Everything that we do that requires a binding, for those of you that are new to Thimbletown, always has a binding in it. We do not do any kits that require a binding without it. So before I go and do any more of those, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have here. And I will probably tell on myself on a couple little things that I did. If there's a mistake to be made on any of these projects, I promise you I made it, and I am going to save you that trouble in your class videos. One of them is this one, which is called the Hello Pouches. There is only one that you're going to see here. The pattern has 4 sizes, and our kit is going to give you the stuff to make all 4. We did ours out of a sewing theme. So as you can see, I am partway done with these. So we are using the She Who Sews line to do these. You'll be working with vinyl. You'll be working with zippers. It is actually a half zipper that we're working with. We'll be doing binding. We'll be doing quilting. We'll be working with foam. I didn't finish these because when I made my first one, I realized that you actually have to read all of the directions in a pattern. And I read them all, but I might have read them out of order because I was like, oh, it says to quilt and then it says to bind, but there was a little bit in between that said you have to trim the size down. So I have to go take my binding off my other 3 pieces and actually make them the right size. I couldn't quite figure out why nothing was fitting on there. So you guys get to benefit from all of my mistakes as we go. So that is called Hello Pouches. They are really cool. So this is actually the smallest one. And you will see that the largest one here, which is the spool caps, if you fold this in half, this one is going to be about that big on the bottom with it. So it's really fun. If you have grandkids or kids and you want to do a themed fabric like race cars, and they can put their race cars makeup in it. Of course, ours is sewing themed because we're going to put all kinds of sewing stuff in ours. But these are going to be very useful. Lots of different sizes on there. Our kit is all sewing themed. And the other thing that you are going to love about this is this pattern designer has a lot of fit and finish on here. Everything is completely bound. Everything has a seam in it. Even the box corners are completely finished with a small piece of binding that is very easy to put on. So, and then of course I have a couple of tricks I came up with as I was doing that there. So that is going to be another one. So that is the Hello Pouches. Yes. One of those is to read the pattern. You see my peanut gallery back here, or was that one of you online that says that? So
No, that was me.
that's my peanut gallery, is to read the pattern. So I will admit when I mess up and I do that, but once again, I have made every single mistake out there for you guys, so you don't have to do it in your video. So I showed you earlier the flag. This is a birthday cake. I love this birthday cake. We did this one as a table topper because when we go and we are having family over for a birthday, we decorate for the birthday and then we take it back down. It's not something that we normally leave up for an extended period of time. So this would be a great table topper, but it'll also make a great pillow. So when you see the video on the flag pillow, you'll know how to make the pillow back with that covered zipper that I do, and you can turn that into. This has quite a bit of piecing in it, not difficult to make, and I just think it is absolutely adorable and a really nice addition to what your table is going to be. This is the Drunkard's Path Table Runner, and to say I became obsessed with this is an understatement. I have already started looking at fabric that we have coming in the fall, that we can do these in holiday themes. This would be great in any of the holidays or any kind of color. We are going to be putting Drunkard's Path in. We are going to use the Roundup tool, and we're going to be using this more. We'll be using it twice during Summer Class Pass, and I'm already looking at some other things for a future Tipsy Tuesday that we will be using this Roundup tool. It has multiple sizes on it. That is what we're going to use for the Drunkard's Path Table Runner. This table runner has been a fan favorite of all of us as we've looked at it. Some people that I bounce ideas off that saw it ahead of time. Everybody has really enjoyed or really liked this, and I really enjoyed making it. So when you come down here, we are going to go into the Blooming Stars Table Runner. This table runner, when I pulled the fabric for it, the looks I got from my peanut gallery was like, what are you thinking? But when it came out, it looks so good. Now, this one also uses the Roundup tool. So not only can we get our Drunkard's Path out of there, but we can also get an orange peel out of this runner. This orange peel is fused on. So you're going to learn some blanket stitching techniques, and you're also going to learn some zigzag techniques, or you can just heavily quilt it and not stitch it down. So with that, we're also going to be using a ruler that is called the Strippy Stars ruler. Those of you that are doing our mystery table runner of the month with us, we have made this block right here several times. And it is my least favorite block in the world to make because everything is always biased. You have to be perfectly accurate. It stretches really easy. Well, there's no bias when you make that star. I was talking to Ann the other day, and she goes, Jeremy, there has to be bias on there. There is not bias in this project in making those stars. This star point right here is an inch finished, and my points on it are absolutely perfect, and they were so easy to make. So this ruler goes all the way down to an inch finished, all the way up to a 5-inch finished block. So I love that about Creative Grids is when we get a ruler, there's more than one thing that you can do with it. Once again, in the future, you will see this in projects that maybe we show during Breakfast Club or other Tipsy Tuesdays and things like that. So with that being said, always with rulers, we do that. So in here, that is where we are. We still have a lot to show you here, but we're going to kind of transition into the other room. And Marissa's going to switch the camera, and then I'm going to go into that room, and we will talk about some other stuff. We're going to come back here and go over some other really cute things that are on this table that we hadn't gotten to, but I want to get some of those big projects done. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Amira. I hope you're doing good in New York. Hi, Becky. Hi, Pat. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Norma, since I didn't have it. All right, guys, I'm heading over to the other room, and we are going to look at a whole nother set of projects. All right, so starting here, and I am just checking comments. I thought I would read those. Look at all these great projects here. So we're going to start here in this corner, and then we'll work our way over. This was such a fun project. Now, I'm going to show you the fabric a little closer. These are all grays, whites, blacks, and taupe. So there is, I think, 16 fabrics plus a background and an accent. The accent is the green. You guys saw on the Facebook page last week, or over the weekend, I showed a picture in black and white, and I was working on this project. This project is on point. However, it is not pieced on point. The pattern has 3 different sizes. This is the lap size. There's a baby size, and then there is a, I don't remember if it's a twin or a queen, but there is a much larger size to this. Really fun to make. I love how everything weaves in and out of each other. The piecing on it is simple. And the best part of the whole thing is it's not done on point. So you guys will love learning that technique. I told you about the half apron. So this is our half apron, which is absolutely adorable. Our kit has the coffee fabric in it. It has the red swirlies on it. It has black rickrack. It has a pocket. And then it has just really cute ties in the back. So that is going to be our half or short apron. It is one of those 2 names on our website. So you will find it. And then that is going to be using the more retro aprons. There is, I don't remember. I think there is 6 different aprons in this book. Okay, so 6 different aprons for you guys to make out of there. And we are making 2 of them. They're just lettered in there. So I don't want to say we're making D2 because there's no fun in that. Vintage. This is a project from So Kind of Wonderful using the quick straight ruler. We did 2 years ago something with the quick straight ruler when it first came out, and they are releasing more and more patterns for the quick straight ruler. So the quick straight ruler is going to give us these angles, which are very easy to sew together. This is made in rows. You have an option to do the border so that it will zigzag and it will follow almost like a tumbling block. Our kit is made all with Free Spirit fabric, almost exclusively Kaffe, with a really, really pretty fabric for your background. So that is called Vintage. So that is another one of the quilts that we have going for you guys. I'm going to just wrap up the quilts that we are doing this time with Jelly Twist. This is our exact, everything that you see that is a kit, it is what our exact kit is. So if I tell you there's a kit available, it is exactly like this. We will be adding some kits as we go. And so from there, you'll see that you have a kit option for maybe coffee or maybe a holiday or things like that. But the ones on the website are the ones that you will see tonight. So Jelly Twist is a very simple block. It is actually just 1 block, and then it is twisted. We did a really fun set of batiks that is really bright. A little bit, the quilting is a little bit on the dense side because there's all that extra white space that really shows off the quilting and looks good there. So Jelly Twist. We have a lot of requests to do placemats and find fun things to do with that. So this is called BQ, which is one of our favorite patterns from Maple Island, was the BQ block. This is called BQ Goes Mini. And every time I do a placemat, I think of my friend Tommy over at the coast who makes placemats for seniors, and she takes them and makes them reversible. I think she's going to have a lot of fun with this because, as you can see, there are 4 different layouts that you can do with the blocks. And additionally, you can make the blocks and turn them into a table runner. All of those instructions are there. So we're going to go through getting very accurate piecing on these small pieces. So we'll be working with tips and tricks on that. And then we'll be talking about how to lay these out and get them done. So the kit that we have is going to give you for 4 placemats. You can make them all different or you can make them all the same layout. They do have binding in them and they have backing in them. So you'll be ready to go and sit down and have a lot of fun. Now, I forgot to say the name of the gray and white and green quilt. That's called the Tessa quilt. And once again, there is a kit and a pattern online there. So Tessa quilt there. Let's see. This one, Project Double Zip. So we've been talking about this and we have talked about multiple different things in here. As we did this bag. This is a large bag. This would make a great crossbody. Those of you that are going to, I didn't want to hit my microphone on there. So this will hold a laptop in there. It has 2 zippers on there. So it has a fully lined front pocket and then a zipper across the top. Very easy to make. The bag is lightweight, but it is really sturdy the way we put some extra interfacing in a couple of the areas to give it a little bit of strength on there. So you're going to do 2 very easy zippers to do. Once again, when you do those zippers, they are fully lined. Once again, you guys will see on camera a little mistake I made. I grabbed the wrong piece of lining. So my linings are 2 different fabrics inside. This is actually supposed to be one lining and this is supposed to be, but mine is more arty and there are 2 different linings in there and it is fun. Yes?
Colleen Maddie would like to know if you found a problem with the Tessa quilt.
I didn't have any problems with the Tessa quilt. But if, Colleen, if you want to get a hold of me and I could talk to you about that, or if you're signing up for Summer Class Pass, you can watch that. But I had no problems with the Tessa quilt at all. Actually, I was thrilled at how fast and easy the Tessa quilt is. And sometimes when we get fast and easy projects, they don't always, they look fast and easy, like there isn't a whole lot to them. This one being on point and having everything weave in and out looks like it's way more work than it actually was. So, but Colleen, feel free to reach out to me, and if you can tell me what you thought you might have had, and I'll be more than happy to tell you my thought on there. Another one that we did is this really fun casserole carrier. I left a product in there, and I'm going to talk to you about this on the kit. So the kit here is going to have everything in it. It's going to have the dowels. It's going to have the Velcro. Obviously, the fabric for the lining. It is not going to have a casserole dish, nor is it going to have food in there for you. But when you open this one up, you then have your Velcro, and then you have your casserole dish. So this is, once again, great to take to those family barbecues, family get-togethers, or to make as a gift. Now, we're using a different product than Insulbrite for this, and I'm going to talk to you about that. When you get this kit, it will have all of the fabric. It'll have the product that we're using along with your dowels, the Velcro. When you finish this one after the Summer Class Pass video, it is done and ready to go for you. So that is your casserole carrier. Here is Urban Field Sack, and we're already working on this. My niece is heading on a really fun trip this summer to Croatia, and Amy found some map fabric, and so she's making these. But this bag is very big like this. It has drawstrings. It doesn't look like it's much, but inside it even has pockets going around the entire side, and then this goes right back up. This would be fun. Our kit is all quilting themed, so it's got bolts of fabric and quilt blocks on it. I love quilting and all of that. What I like about this is it's a really good size. It's very lightweight, and if you are a knitter or a crocheter and you've got yarn and things like this, that is another great thing you guys can put in there. All kinds of stuff. So the Urban Field Sack, I had to remember the name. Something else that I've always loved when it comes to Summer Class Pass, and my friend Marvell, I'll give as an example, she sews with her grandkids a lot. And she actually uses a lot of our Breakfast Club patterns, and they will sew them and she will teach them from there. There are several projects in here. If you have kids or grandkids that you want to sew with, obviously there's a video for you to watch with them or let them watch, but there are some very friendly projects that anybody can sew, and beginners that want to try a new technique, it is a really great thing to do in there. So the last project that we have in here, and then we're going to make the migration back in to the other room, is Totably. And I probably said on video wrong 100 times. It sounds like I said totally, but this is Totably. Our kit looks just like this. The only thing that is not on there, I have this on turned around backwards. The only thing that is not in your kit is all of these really fun beads, because Irene looked at it and she said it needed to be zhuzhed up. So she took it and she added all of these little fun beads to the bottoms of the tie. This is screaming to do embroidery on, use really fun focus fabric like this sunflower. Once again, you'll make candles. You're going to do that zipper flaps on there. It has got pockets on there and all kinds of stuff. This is a project that I'll be talking about at a future Mystery Monday, because I have 2 more of these under construction that have embroidery on them. We'll talk about how you can place the embroidery and things like that, and then you guys will be able to watch your video and assemble your bags. So these are some of those things that you guys are going to be able to do there. So I'm going to switch cameras back. I'm going back into the other room, and I'm going to show you the wrap up of the projects. We have a summer class pass to give away, so there's still a chance to like and share this video. Amy will be drawing a name there shortly. And then as I'm walking back in there, I'll look at questions. If you have questions, Amy and Marissa are answering them as we go, or they'll ask me and I'll answer them for you guys there. So let's head back into our other room. So what are you guys thinking so far of the projects that we've done? I hope that you guys like them. Once again, we poured our heart and soul into Summer Class Pass. We pour our heart and soul into everything that we do. We did the Sunflower virtual class. We had people all over the country. Birdie, if you purchase a Breakfast Club, you get a recipe every month in your Breakfast Club project. And isn't this month's a casserole? Or last month's was a casserole. Anyways, but yes, we could do recipes. That would be fun. And speaking of that, Birdie, that is one of the fun things too, is when you give out a casserole carrier to somebody, include one of your favorite recipes or one of your family recipes as you're giving it to something new. I have always enjoyed getting recipes from other people. So you guys are liking all these. Oh, Cindy has a list. I know. I can't wait for it to begin. The only reason I can wait for it to begin is because I've been in pure sewing and videotaping filming mode, and now I'm in full editing mode. But we really, really cannot wait to do it. So I hope you guys like the projects, because once again, we really do pour our heart and soul into bringing this, and we're bringing it right to the comfort of your own sewing room. My 6-pack West, those of you guys that don't know, I've got a 6-pack West for those of you that are new. A group at the Central Coast, they sew together sometimes at each other's houses, sometimes at retreats, and then they Zoom when they sew. I've got my 6-pack East that does the same thing over in Ridgecrest. One of our last classes, we had some people up in Oregon, so Karen and Susan and Tracy, who all sewed at a retreat and took our class during the day and worked on other things. So it is a lot of fun. Yes, question. Will you have the patterns before June 26th? Yes, you guys need to order patterns and your kits now. So really get your orders in. We will be shipping at the end of next week is when all of the shipping begins. What we found with last summer class pass is we have customers that are going to say, I want this and this and this, and then the next day they add this and this and that, and then 2 days later they add this and this and that. We will have hundreds and hundreds of orders come in today. So as we pull those, if you end up buying something else, we wanted to give you guys some time. We wanted to give us some time to double check that everything went into your box, all of your stuff got there. So you will have it before. If there is an issue where we can combine your shipping and save you some money there, we will definitely refund shipping back and some things like that for you. Winter Class Pass. Well, we did that once before too, and that was a lot of fun. We have some other stuff planned. I don't know that we'll do another Class Pass this year, but we have some other amazing projects in the pipeline for you. That's why we work so hard to get all of our filming and all of this done so we can move on. And by the time you guys finish Summer Class Pass, we're going to have something else new and exciting for you. All right. I have a prediction, and I think we're going to have to probably reorder this product multiple times, or I'm going to end up having to order it a whole lot extra than what we got. So we did a sunflower class virtually 2 weeks ago, maybe, and we did a Dresden sunflower, and we used all this interfacing. The technique was amazing. The results were spectacular from you guys. So, and we had such positive feedback from it that I decided to do another interfacing project. Now, the company that we use for this is a completely different pattern designer than what we did with the Dresden sunflower. But this is a project I think you all are going to make a whole bunch of them as gifts for the holidays. This is called a gadget holder. There is no kit. It is just a piece of interfacing. When you buy it, I don't know, it's a few bucks. It's not expensive. You actually get two. You'll be making two of them and the instructions on there. This is a gadget holder. It has weighted beads in there. As you can see, got your phone on there so you can watch it. You can turn your phone, or if you notice, it has tabs on there. It can also be a pin cushion and a pattern rest. So if you're in your sewing room and you're putting something up and you want to read it, you can use it as a pin cushion. You can hold your little notion holders. You've got tabs in the back. Very simple. It takes a single fat quarter to make it. And think about your kids, your grandkids, your friends, your family. You can theme these to them. So the gadget cushion that you'll find on there, you get two on it. You will get the interfacing, the printed interfacing to make two of them. And I think they are really great. We wanted to make your life really easy too, so you guys can get your poly pellets right on the website. They're 2-pound bags. This will, depending on how much you weight it, you will get probably 5, you might get 6 out of one of these packages, okay? So I did that guesstimation based on what we used to make it and what was left. So you're going to get, I'm going to say 4 to 6 out of this. So grab yourself a package of poly pellets that are weighted, grab yourself a couple of things of interfacing, and you guys will be well on your way to having some stocking stuffers ready for the holidays. Did you have a question, Marissa? I thought Marissa had a question. So that is the gadget holder, and once again, it is great for holding our gadgets, and it's also great in your sewing room. I like to have something next to me where I can, and I showed you guys, where I can just put that pattern right next to my machine and that instruction, so I can just glance over without having to look down and things like that. And I do like those tabs. So that one there is going to be the gadget holder. I'll put the phone back in there. Let me move this stuff out of the way so I can get down here. All right. Those of you that are ready to learn some definitely new skills. This is called Kiss and Makeup. We did kit this in Tula Pink fabric of the Dripping Roses. So here is the project. This is what it looks like. Doesn't photograph the best, but it has a closed S-hook. And when you open this up, it has 3 zippered pouches that are vinyl. These are gathered and pleated, so they stick out. This would obviously be good for makeup and all of your travel supplies because you can hang it right there. This would also be great with sewing supplies in there. So when you go to retreat, you can put, you know, your point turner and your pins, and you can put all kinds of stuff, your tape measures, your rotary cutters, and all that. And then that's just going to fold up like that. Now on Kiss and Makeup, this is another one of those projects where you're going to want to get yourself a package of the Soft and Stable. And then also on there, you are going to see there is the closed S hook. So we have all of that for you. The kit will have the zippers in it, and it will have the vinyl in it. So it'll have the fabric, the zippers, and the vinyl to make the Kiss and Makeup project. Patsy is the one that came back from a trip, and she said, I think this would be a really great summer class pass. And I looked through the pattern, and we do really love it, and I'm excited for you guys to do it. The last table runner that we have, you guys are going to have so much fun making. Once again, it has the instructions to make a table runner and matching placemats. I am going to go in and show you a lot of tips and tricks. Remember when I said earlier, you guys are going to learn how to do curves, and you're going to love them by the time I get done with you with Summer Class Pass. You're really going to love this one because you actually don't sew a curve. So believe it or not, our curve appeal is this fantastic table runner here. We did this all in black and white with a really fun bright green as our bias strip there. So we're going to use a bias tape maker. We are going to actually show you how to quilt this before we add that bias tape tape to it. We quilted it. We use fusible fleece. It has a very simple round edge on there. We will talk about that this binding during this class video. I can just see this with poinsettia fabric in there. I am always looking and thinking of holiday themed. You can make this to match your decor. If you get the kit and you decide you want something different than green, it is maybe a half a yard of fabric, if that. So that's something that you very easily could switch out to any color. This is another project I am going to talk about down the road on a Mystery Monday about how to add quilted you're quilting this with your embroidery machine and theming it based off of your embroidered quilting. So there's a lot to come with this. Really fun to make. Irene, when we did this, what do you think we have in this? 2 hours at the most?
Yes.
I mean, at the absolute most, when we sat and did the filming for this. So you guys, this is really fun. Once again, it is going to have a kit for it, and it has placemats. So I will be actually showing you the runner, and I'll be showing you a placemat because of the way that you do the curve for the placemat. Obviously, we're not doing as much of a curve. So I'll be showing you that on there. You will want to use the bias tape maker. It's a 1/2 inch or 12 millimeter. And then you're also going to want Unique Stitch also on the website. We'll be using this for several things throughout Summer Class Pass. So grab yourself some of those when you guys are checking out. I think we're down to just 3 projects. Did we really go through them all? I think so. All right. So very out of the wheelhouse, but he is so adorable. I couldn't stand it. So this is the turtle pin cushion and trash holder. So this is going to look very cute on your cutting table or next to your sewing machine. We did a couple of things different on him. It called for felt for the eyes. Your kit is going to have buttons in there because I think that's much cuter than putting felt on there. So your buttons are in there. Once again, you'll use your poly pellets for part of that. And then what's really great here, you do have a button on his belly. You can leave that button off because Amy has decided she doesn't want the little trash container. So we are going to put an Apple AirTag on this so we know where this is because Amy wants the turtle. And you can just make the turtle. You don't have to also make the trash bin. But your kit will have your button in it and the fabric to make it. Jennifer Jangles is the pattern designer. She just does fun, whimsical stuff. Once again, we want to stretch you a little bit on something that is out of the box. Very out of the box for me, but you're going to have fun making the turtle pin cushion, the sea turtle pin cushion, and trash holder. All right. Then we are going to get into our natural inspiration leaf bowls. Talk about fun. Now, everybody has had a different idea of what we can do with these. When I left the house this morning, because I molded this last night, Jeremy said it should be a coaster. So the natural inspiration leaf bowls has a pattern with 3 different leaf shapes in it. Our kit is for the maple leaf, and it has 10 fabrics in there. Okay, so that you get all of this. We're going to be using a heat moldable, fusible interfacing, and we'll be using this again down the road in other projects. I started to lay out, but you can probably get, 8 or 9 leaves out of here. So this piece of interfacing, you will get a lot out of there. So once you do the tracing and you throw it on, you just do some really free zigzag stitching and things like that. And then you mold it by getting it hot. And if you don't like the shape of it, guess what you do? You get it hot again and you reshape it. To get it to this shape, it took me 4 times last night until I got it how I liked it, and then I just finally gave up. And then once I woke up, I really liked it. Jeremy thinks it should be a cup holder. Amy put candy in there. You can leave them flat. They'll look great on any table. Great fun project that is just not a lot of thought to it, and every single one of them is going to look different. So I'm going to talk to you about some ways that you can embellish it and some little odds and ends like that. So then our final project is going to be the clam shell zipper pouch on a curve. So Christy, if you're watching, it also has a zipper. It has bias binding on there. The technique is so fun. There are 3 different options in the pattern. There's one for using a single fabric, directional fabric, and then to do some improv piecing, which we're going to do on camera with you. Also, in a Mystery Monday, I'm going to talk about how you can embroider this or quilt it with your embroidery machine. But this is something you can very easily add names to and really personalize it. So this zip-up clamshell has your zipper, and then it's got a fun lining in there. Amy's already put lotion in there, so I guess she's already claimed it. You can tell all the things I need to put little air tags on or something to keep track of. And then you guys are going to put this up. This is one of those projects also that is really great for gifts. I think of my friend Sharon, who is always making things for her friends. She's making them for the church, for different bazaar, different, all kinds of stuff. Easy to make. This is something also when you make it, you can kind of say, hey, I'm going to make 5 of them, and you really can make them all at one time. This piece of binding, I changed the technique of how she did it to make it even easier, and I think you guys will love that. And I will show you all of that in your videos. Did we do it? We did it. So I'm going to look at some comments here. Marissa has got a question, which is from one of you.
Really, it's multiple. We'd all like a refresh on how Summer Class Pass works for the people who missed the beginning.
Okay, perfect. So number 1, if you missed the beginning, welcome. Once we finish our live here, you can go straight back, and this will remain on our Facebook page. Summer Class Pass is a one-time purchase. It's $149, and it can be found on our website under classes. That will give you 30 classes, 5 classes per week starting on Monday, the 26th of June, going until the 4th of August. So Monday through Friday, you're going to get a video delivered right to your email that you can watch. Those videos are yours to keep indefinitely. So previous Class Pass attendees, they still have their videos from 3 years ago. So you have access to those. If you delete a video, we'll resend you a link. You can join at any time. If you join after it starts, we're just going to go back and send you the videos. At the end, we also do put all the videos into one email for you, so you can just keep one. All of the videos are protected, which means you cannot access them except through the link that we send you in our email. The classes come out to less than $5 a piece. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. On the website, you also will find on the online store, Marissa has made a tab that says Summer Class Pass 2023. In that tab, each one of the classes has its name on there. When you click on that, you will find your the project. If there's a kit, which I want to say 97% of our projects have a kit that go. So the pattern, the kit, if there's something that you might want on there, like the poly pellets or unique stitch or the 1/2-inch bias tape maker, any of that stuff you're going to find right on that tab. Instead of looking through a list and trying to figure out what's going together, there are 30 different tabs, and each one is named after a class. On the 19th is when Marissa is going to have all of your supply lists and pre-class instructions loaded. We will be shipping in 1 week is when we will ship out all of the orders that come in the next few days. We choose to do that because inevitably, I'll use Tracy just as first top of mind. She's going to order a bunch tonight. She'll order something tomorrow. And then on Monday morning, she's going to wake up and dream that she wanted to get something else. We want to make sure we can combine as much shipping for you guys as possible, and then you can get it. You do not need to keep up with the classes. So if you work or you're busy, you can watch them at any time, but you do not have to finish every project as we go. We tried to mix it up. So there's quilts and bags and table runners. We don't do everything all at one time. We kind of evenly spaced them out there. We will communicate with all of you through a special email address. So if you guys have specific questions, once we get everybody that is signed up already and is signing up now, we'll get a welcome email sent out to you. It will be specific to this group of Summer Class Pass attendees. If you have a question, we will. There's multiple of us that will be monitoring that, so we can get that question answered right back to you. Any other questions? Lots and lots of you guys have liked and shared our posts throughout the week. So Amy has been tallying those up, meaning she puts them in. I did want to say one other thing, and I am going to grab this right here. So we were talking about the casserole carrier. We're using a new product that doesn't have that crinkle sound, and it is much denser. So that is what we have in the kit, and then we'll have that also on the website for you guys to purchase in individual yardage in the coming week. But that is what we're using. So when we find a new product, we put it in there, and it's because it gives us tremendous results. Who's the winner, Amy, of this year's free Summer Class Pass? Sharon Danley over in Barstow, my good friend, she is the winner of Summer Class Pass. So that is, so congratulations there. Amy will get you all signed up for that. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being excited, for telling your friends, liking our posts. We're going to continue to share things throughout the weekend and next week as we do more and more with it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being excited. I hope you guys love Summer Class Pass, and we will see you all online soon.